Settlers Hall. There are a changed NPC and a brand new NPC. This guy sells treasure embers, which you can take to be purified. And I don't have any of the points I need to buy anything. And you can use your points if you have any to buy treasure embers. Take them over to the lady and purify them, like I just did. And if you should happen to get a copy, something you've already learned, you can bring them over to this guy. You can just right-click them and bam, sell them, and you'll get your points back. Of course, I don't have any to sell to him right now, but if I did, I could. So that is awesome. We can learn these recipes real quick. Pop on back to our abode. Not really abode yet, crash site. And we will look into what we're gonna do next. Now, I'm not planning on making this episode too much or a bit longer, so I doubt we're gonna go on an adventure. Sorry guys, that'll be next episode. But I thought I might show off a little bit more of the tutorial, basically. Let's see here. So, in our quest, it says set up shop to craft and place a forge on your home island. I'm gonna go down here and grab all that stuff from before. Some iron, some cotton, some crystals, and the wood. Put all this stuff back up here for now. Yep. And we are gonna come up here, do just that. Now, I'm a little OCD, if you haven't noticed. And I'll leave that there for now, because I think I might use that as a guide for making myself look kind of engaged with well, we'll see about maybe even doing protocols, but I definitely don't want some of this stuff here, so we're gonna get rid of all these boulders, and I think I'm gonna get rid of the cactus too, at least that one, and any there out in the middle. I killed the pro chickens, and it's just sad. Now these you can actually pick up and use the decorations, so I will keep those, because I think they're kind of neat. I'm gonna plan something in the future with them. I just have to figure out what. So yeah. Let's see, that's fine. I'll leave it for now. Normally I would take this down, but with these trees, I think it actually looks really cool. So I think I'll leave that. I'll even leave all the fruit and the wax. I'll just let it be some natural decoration. Why not? Look at those floating islands. Those are going to be fun. They've really randomized the floating islands in Alpha 7, which I think is awesome. One thing to note, usually, especially on your crash site, one of these islands, and I can't see it from here, will have a special little, I guess you'd call it like a pedestal, with a treasure emerald on it somewhere. And you could mine up a whole bunch of blocks and go and get it that way, the old-fashioned way, if you wanted to, but I happen to know something about the future coming up that is going to keep me from doing that. So anyways, I'm just going to hit R here, continue on with my quest, open up my recipe, click, and it says make a forge, so we need stone and iron chunks, 4 of each, and I have that, so bam, bam. We got ourselves some brown and gray forge here. I know, it's not the prettiest, but it's okay. We'll do pretty later. So there we go. Quest done. Move on to the next step. What's the next step? Craft metal plates. How many? 8. Craft 8 metal plates. So here we go. Metal plates. Gray iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just takes a few seconds. Now, here's a tip for plan on building a lot of stuff, crafting a lot of stuff, making, really cool giant castle with all the chairs and tables and whatnot that go in to decorate it. Just having one forge isn't going to cut it. It'll take you forever. And you can craft multiple forges though. And so one thing I like to do is I'll lay 3 out side by side like this, and then I'll put the 3 more just on top. And it makes it to where you can stand here and, get all, man, getting all kinds of stuff here. Finished my quest, leveled up, and the settlers, got some mail from it. So let's see. Our quest now wants us to make some iron weights, 5 of those. Here we go. Iron weights. Gray iron. Clicky, 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 and I think that's it. Feathers, a lot of people don't know. In the beginning, why they would want to bother collecting feathers. You use them to make beds, obviously, right? And so, as such, you will actually need, collect a couple stacks. And I say this now because in the beginning you'll probably throw away several feathers, and then later on you'll realize how many you need for stuff that you want to craft later. And just trust me, it's better this way. So, we finished that quest. Now it wants us to craft and place a masonry saw on my home island. So we'd open up our rustic. Here's masonry saw. Click on it. Needs 8 wooden logs and 8 iron chunks. So there's our iron and our wood. Craft that up. Pops up right there. Drag it down to our hotbar. And where do we want to put our saw? I think we would put our saw. Actually, put our saw. Maybe right there. Gotta figure out what this was. If it was supposed to be something, a part of the actual structure, or if it's just some random blocks there. Kind of like over here with this. And in the end, I might end up just deciding, well, on it anyways, and getting rid of it. But let's see what mail we got. So, choose the right again. Well, looky here. We got a title deed for home. And I think I will use it actually. 100 knots. Finally, 10 blue points so we can go buy a few treasure embers and some sky iron chunks, which is neat. The different metals have different properties. I'm not going to go through. It's an extensive list. I'm not going to go through it all here. But certain metals give you better properties. Early on, I will highlight a couple of things to know, though. Your best bet for making decent armor with good stats early on is moon iron. And I say that because it's not necessarily the best for your armor, but it is a decent weight, not too heavy. Doesn't have a bad stamina cost or a lot of negative effects to it like some of the other metals can. Its durability is reasonable, and it actually gives good defense stats. So it's probably your best for armor. And for weapons, moon iron's not too bad. But I would say, early on, especially with creatures, sun iron is pretty nice because you get a creature damage bonus. And then if you go and you find enough shadow iron makes excellent weapons. They're a little heavy and slow, but the damage is bar none the best pretty much. So, of course, things change all the time in this game. So, but that's as it's been. That's how it is right now. So, wood doesn't really matter. It's just more of a look thing. So now, I need to craft some stone slabs. Stone slabs, right there. You know what? I don't even remember how many. 5. Okay. 5 stone slabs. Let's put my stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 seconds later, we should have ourselves a stone slab. A bunch of them, actually. the ropes. Huh. Isn't that a little odd? Look here. All the trees on all my islands and stuff appear to be green, except for this one guy growing here in the middle, who also happens to be exceptionally tall. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I have to use that somehow, because that is just too different to just not do something with. It's strange. I like it. So anyways, we have come to the next part of our quest. Craft and place weapons anvil on your home island. So that's pretty much what we've been crafting all this stuff for, is to further along that. So here would be our weapons anvil. Look here, it requires some stone slabs. I've got that. Requires some metal weights. Hey, I've got that. And some plates. Got that. Convenient that it, would do all that. So it wants us to place this somewhere. And it just makes more sense to me to place those down here by our forge. Next it says craft and place an armor anvil. So I don't know why I did that. So here we go. Armor anvil. That requires plates and slabs. Conveniently enough, we have just enough to do those. And a teensy bit left over for something else that I'm sure we'll need soon. Bam. Armor anvil. And we had learned those two recipes earlier, so now we can craft the sword and the armor. And we don't have any dust to do the steel armor plates or charms, so we'll have to wait on that. But we could maybe. No, again, we don't have the plate and the stuff to make the plates, so we'll have to work on making a cat first later on. Here, though, I'm going to take this title deed. These are how the title deeds work. So you put it in there. You go to the island that you want to be on, and of course, I'm on it. You click, and now this is Xavius Gray's desert home, the dunes. Ta-da! Isn't that cool, chicken? Isn't that cool? You like that? Man, just missing. Whoa, that was weird. Guess because you take a kind of a step forward when you do it sometimes, that it'll launch you up in the air. If you do it, it's just the right angle and everything. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? Yeah, chicken. Yeah. So, I don't know if these are going to keep showing up on my home island, but let's just find out. Take them from there. Next thing is claim recipes from Marmish. So I'm gonna probably stop here because I think you can handle that for yourselves. It's pretty self-explanatory from there, and I really don't want to take away too much of your first experience from you. The idea that I want with this stream, ultimately, if I continue doing one, is I don't want to just build, I want to go on adventures. I just want to give the hints and tips and little things that can help your new players or your average players find some direction in what they want to do in this game. Because that's the nice thing about this game. Skysaga isn't just a building game. It isn't just a survival voxel MMO. It's not just a fantasy game. It's